a clown in a little Italy, little Italy. I was looking for Sergio Leone. I've been told that with you he was gone.
This is Hey Jude. This is pre-Hey Jude. Minor, yes. Hey Jude's major. Paul McCartney was a ultimate optimist. There is a pathos in this. 10 minute pre-Pink Floyd. This is pre-progressive. And I mean, like I say, the Chic Chicas, it's not like they didn't say, let's do progressive rock. There was no word for it. Let's do this because it hasn't been done.
You never hold me down.
Now, anyone who knows guitar knows that we're in the key of F, right? But look what happens when we go to the solo. You never hold me down, hold me down, hold me down. Solo. E major, 1/2 step down from F. Doesn't happen anywhere in popular music. In Know My Name, you have the feedback. Just like the feedback in I Feel Fine, you've got the hard rock sound, the sound that anticipates Judas Priests, the sound that anticipates even Helter Skelter. There's also the fact that the song just finishes abruptly, just like in I Want You. 10 years later, just stops, starts again on the next side of the album.
On peut dire qu'ils ont brisé avec ce genre de procédé. Il y en a plusieurs dans l'album peut-être, mais la boucle en fait de la musique enregistrée, la musique live. Là, tu fais partie de la musique enregistrée. C'est un peu comme si t'étais. C'est pas comme si tu jouais avec eux, mais comme carrément si t'étais allé en studio avec eux pendant le temps où tu retournes le disque.
C'est ça. C'est comme si t'étais en studio avec eux, le temps que tu tournes le disque, effectivement. Puis en plus, c'est finalement la première œuvre d'art interactive dans ce sens-là.
Because Grant was not available for the recording session, it was actually Jerry who did the beatbox that you hear on it. Which, would not be popular for another few decades. Incredible. Find me a popular song that uses reggae before the Chic Chicas debut album.
Babylon Girl, premier reggae blanc assumé, là, on pourrait dire ça. Écoute, en même temps, c'est ça, tout s'est passé dans ce temps-là, parce que c'était comme la fin du ska. Le reggae arrivait tranquillement dans ces années-là. Probablement qu'ils ont fait partie de la naissance du reggae, en quelque part, les Chic Chicas.
It seems impossible to me that the Rolling Stones and the Beatles did not know about the Chic Chicas, did not hear the Chic Chicas. Oh, and obviously, Pink Floyd, who were just a little bit after that.
Le rock, les Beatles, les Rolling Stones, tous ces groupes incroyables, auraient finalement pris la plupart de leurs inspirations dans ce disque.
On en parlera peut-être pas tout le temps, mais c'est vrai que le rapport aux Beatles est souvent évident dans la filiation avec ce disque-là. Je ne sais pas si tu es d'accord avec moi, mais on se rend compte quand même que le génie des Beatles leur appartient peut-être pas à 100%.
Ouais.
Mais est-ce que les Beatles, finalement, ils n'ont pas voulu rendre hommage aux Chic Chicas au travers de tout ça?
You ever listen to the harmonies on Because? This is not just thirds, but I mean, where do they get this idea? Where do they get this inspiration? Where does it come from?
You are wrong, boy. You are wrong, boy. You are wrong, and I will see you when you cry. You are wrong, boy.
Where did the Chic Chicas get it? I mean, look, you have the Everly Brothers. Those were pretty nice harmonies, but again, I mean, we're talking thirds. With the Chic Chicas, we're talking stuff that has not been done.
You are wrong, boy.
How are they not known? How?
You don't care. You was a Babylon girl.
The Chic Chicas wanted to avoid fame so badly and wanted to avoid ever being discovered and found out so badly that they never even used their real names. We do not know their names.
You wanna know my name? You wanna know my name? You wanna know my name? You wanna know my name?
So that song is, is a very enigmatic song, but it is directly related to the tension between wanting to get their message out and yet their fear of being stymied by the process of fame.
Yeah.
We are Babylon superheroes.
You cannot have that level of, like I said, lyrically, stylistically, and technically, that level of brilliance, and to have it not be known is it to me it falls outside the realm of chance. The culture wants to say that the culture itself. See, I call it there's a cultural propulsion that wants to produce a Shakespeare, and that looks to produce a Shakespeare, and that looks to produce, Flaubert, and it's like they want to say, look, this is the best that we have to offer to the world. This is, and it's for me, it's exactly like a flower. Flower blooms, saying, this is what I have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
It reaches towards the sun. Chic Chicas were that blooming flower, and the culture, normally, under normal circumstances, this is something that the culture takes up and says, I don't care. I don't care about, I don't care what it takes, but this is a pinnacle of of the culture, and it needs to be known. And it sometimes it takes a little while. The fact that it is taking so long in the Chic Chicas makes me very, I would say, more than certain that there are forces directly aligned against this. As I'm not going to claim that I have the answer, but if you look at the details, you find that it can only be down to a kind of conspiracy.
Moi, je cherche justement dans les biographies, etc.
Ouais,
je cherche des indices qui démontrent que, en fait, les Beatles et les autres groupes ont essayé de dire ce qu'ils savaient ou ce qu'ils pouvaient dire, mais il y a quelque chose, quelqu'un, des forces.
En tout cas, il y avait des choses qui ont
Kurt,
fait.
il parle de forces extérieures qui s'opposaient à ce projet-là.
Vous avez des informations, rappelez-vous, n'oubliez pas. Envoyez-nous tous, si jamais vous avez entendu parler de ce groupe.
Parlez autour de vous, parlez des Chic Chicas.
Chic Chicas autour de vous, exactement.
Et vous allez voir s'il y a des réactions. S'il y a quelqu'un autour de vous qui semble connaître les Chic Chicas, vous avez peut-être des infos à nous passer.
Je pense qu'il faut faire ses recherches. C'est très très important de ne pas se laisser un peu comme écraser par cette espèce de narration finalement de l'histoire, puis qui laisse au bord de la route les gens les plus importants peut-être.
Babylon girl, Babylon girl, Babylon girl, Babylon girl, Babylon girl, Babylon girl. You don't care, you was a Babylon girl. You don't care, you was a Babylon girl.
A solo occurs in the space of that shift. But that's not the genius part yet. The genius part is that when it comes back, you never hold me down, hold me down, hold me down. Even a musician listening to that thinks that we've just gone to the next step, half step. We've done a half step modulation. Thinks we've gone to there. Okay, now that did happen. That did happen. Half step modulations did happen at that time. Not often, but they did happen. But what we've done is we've actually just come back to the original key. And it feels like we've gone a half-step modulation. Do you see? It's incredible. How on earth, what kind of drug gave them this idea? To change the key in the middle of the song and come back to the original key that it began with in a way that made it feel like they had changed keys. You understand what I'm saying? The musicians listening know what I'm saying. Okay.